Long ago and long ago and long ago still, there dwelt 3 merry maidens upon a distant hill. One was tall Megan, and one was dainty May, but one was fair Margaret, more fair than I can say, long ago and long ago. When Megan plucked the thorny rose, and when May pulled the briar, half the birds would swoop to see, half the beasts draw nigher. Half the fishes of the streams would dart up to admire. But when Margaret plucked a flag-flower or poppy hot aflame, all the beasts and all the birds and all the fishes came. Strawberry leaves and maydew in brisk morning air, strawberry leaves and maydew make maidens fair. I go for strawberry leaves, Megan said one day. Fair Margaret can bide at home, but you come with me, May. Up the hill and down the hill along the winding way. So these 2 fair sisters went with innocent will, up the hill and down again and round the homestead hill, while the fairest sat at home, Margaret like a queen, like a blush rose, like the moon in her heavenly sheen, fragrant breathed as milky cow or field of blossoming bean, graceful as an ivy bough born to cling and lean. When she raised her lustrous eyes, a beast peeped at the door. When she downward cast her eyes, a fish gasped on the floor. When she turned away her eyes, a bird perched on the sill, warbling out its heart of love, warbling, warbling still. Lightfoot May with Megan sought the choicest spot, clothed with time-alternate grass, then, while day waxed hot, sat at ease to play and rest, a gracious rest and play, the loveliest maidens near or far, when Margaret was away. Sun-glow flushed their comely cheeks, wind-play tossed their hair, creeping things among the grass stroked them here and there. Megan piped a merry note, a fitful wayward lay, while shrill as bird on topmost twig piped merry May. Sped a herdsman from the vale, mounting like a flame, all on fire to hear and see, with floating locks he came, looked neither north nor south, neither east nor west, but sat him down at Megan's feet, as lovebird on his nest, and wooed her with a silent awe, with trouble not expressed. She sang the tears into his eyes, the heart out of his breast. She sang the heart out of his breast, the words out of his tongue. Hand and foot and pulse he paused till her song was sung. Then he spoke up from his place, simple words and true. Scanty goods have I to give, scanty skill to woo, but I have a will to work, and a heart for you. Then Megan mused within herself, better be first with him, than dwell where fairer Margaret sits, who shines my brightness dim. Forever second where she sits, however fair I be, I will be lady of his love, and he shall worship me. I will be lady of his herds, and stoop to his degree. Sped a shepherd from the height headlong down to look. White lambs followed, lured by love of their shepherd's crook. He turned neither east nor west, neither north nor south, but knelt right down to May, for love of her sweet-singing mouth, forgot his flocks, his panting flocks, in parching hillside drouth. Trilled her song and swelled her song with maiden coy caprice, in a labyrinth of throbs, pauses, cadences. Clear-noted as a dropping brook, soft-noted like the bees, wild-noted as the shivering wind, forlorn through forest trees. Love-noted like the wood-pigeon who hides herself for love, yet cannot keep her secret safe, but coos and coos thereof. He hung breathless on her breath, speechless, who listened well, could not speak or think or wish, till silence broke the spell. Then he spoke and spread his hands, pointing here and there. See my sheep and see my lambs, twin lambs which they bear. All myself I offer you, all my flocks and care. In her fluttered heart young May mused a dubious while. If he loves me as he says, her lips curved with a smile, where Margaret shines like the sun, I shine but like a moon. If sister Megan makes her choice, I can make mine as soon. At cockcrow we were sister maids, we may be brides at noon. Fair Margaret stayed alone at home, a while she sang her song, a while sat silent, then she thought, my sisters loiter long. That sultry noon had waned away, shadows had waxen great. Surely, she thought within herself, my sisters loiter late. She rose and peered out the door with patient heart to wait, and heard a distant nightingale complaining of its mate. Then down the garden slope she walked, down to the garden gate. The slope was lightened by her eyes like summer lightning fair, like rising of the haloed moon lightened her glimmering hair, while her face lightened like the sun whose dawn is rosy white. Thus crowned with maiden majesty, she peered into the night, looked up the hill and down the hill, to left hand and to right. Waiting thus in weariness she marked the nightingale, telling, if any one would heed, its old complaining tale. Then lifted her voice and sang, answering the bird. Then lifted her voice and sang, such notes were never heard. The king of all that country, coursing far, coursing near, curbed his amber-bitted steed, coursed amain to hear. All his princes in his train, squire and knight and peer, with his crown upon his head, his scepter in his hand, down he fell at Margaret's knees, Lord King of all that land. Every beast and bird and fish came mustering to the sound, every man and every maid from miles of country round. Megan on her herdsman's arm, with her shepherd May. Flocks and herds trooped at their heels along the hillside way. No foot too feeble for the ascent, not any head too gray. So Margaret sang her sisters home in their marriage mirth, sang free birds out of the sky, birds along the earth, sang up fishes of the deep, all breathing things that move, sang from far and sang from near to her lovely love, sang a golden-bearded king straightway to her feet, sang him silent where he knelt in eager anguish sweet. And when the clear voice died away, when longest echoes died, he stood up like a royal man and claimed her for his bride. So 3 maids were wooed and won in a brief May tide, long ago and long ago.